Unscripted.
Sony has done a fantastic job kicking off this next generation of consoles. I realize that we're still early in the life cycle, but I just think that Sony has a good idea about what they're doing. They have a clear direction that they want to follow, and I think I can really respect that as a gamer in general, because you'd rather have some kind of direction and way that you're going to go as opposed to none. And I feel like that's something that really hampers Microsoft a lot when it all comes down to it. At the end of the day, I think both consoles and both companies should be given pats on the back a little bit for the simple fact that they were able to get these out there at such a time with everything going on in the world right now, and that should be commended. I think that is really awesome. But also, with that being said, I feel like Sony has done a much better job stepping up and kind of getting everything out there. You know what? Not only do I want to say that not only did Sony do a better job, but they continue to sort of invent and attack where Microsoft seems to sort of have a focus all over the place, which I'm not really a big fan of, and I just have to be honest about that. I feel like that is a bit of a sort of an understatement. And with that being said, it leaves me out there with a lot of hope that Sony's going to continue to deliver exactly what we've been getting so far, which is great exclusive content, great content in general, a quality console with a lot of things going for it. And then you look at the Microsoft side, and they have what could be described as a quality console, but I still think at the end of the day, it's a console that is suffering from a lot of flaws, and it is also a situation where they don't seem to be in touch with exactly what gamers want, and that's the real unfortunate part in all of this, because you can have the best console in the world, but if your console isn't in touch with what gamers are asking for, what gamers are wanting, then I think that is a really, really big problem. And I want to get into it because Sony came out and made some pretty big announcements that I feel like everybody's going to want to hear, and I think that this is going to be a fun video. So what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you're looking for a way to help out my small, little crummy channel, the best way to do that is a simple like. And, if you can do that, it's free for you, and it means everything to me. So much humbled, much appreciated if you could do that. And, thank you guys kindly for all the kind words and the support and stuff like that. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You are amazing. Thank you so much for continuing to do what you do and continue to support such a small, up-and-coming channel. Again, you guys are fantastic. Thank you. Don't let anybody tell you any otherwise. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. It was interesting because Jim Ryan of Sony was talking. There's a couple things that I was going to cover in this video. Jim Ryan of Sony was talking about having a competitor for Xbox Game Pass, and a lot of people jumped on the offensive saying, oh, well, what does this mean? What does this mean, for PlayStation? Are they going to put games day and date? I think that's probably not the case. I feel like that's something that's probably not going to be the case at all, and I do think that that's something that like a lot of people are trying to put kind of words in his mouth. So if you compare the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, one of the quote-unquote advantages that Microsoft thinks that they have is Game Pass Ultimate. Sony has PlayStation Now, but it looks like they need to go in on all their own with a whole new way. So Sony Interactive Entertainment President CEO Jim Ryan did an interview, and he was asked about how Sony will respond to Microsoft's Game Pass, and nobody was really expecting Sony to do anything, were they? So Ryan's answer was surprising to say the least. There is actually news to come, but just not today. He said, we have PlayStation Now, which is our subscription service, and that is available in a number of markets. So obviously, Xbox Game Pass is a subscription ultimate, costing $14.99 a month in return for access to over 100 games for the console or the PC, and cloud gaming is included in that as well, an EA Play catalog as well, and it also grants you the ability to play games online. So you do get that as well. Now, PlayStation Now is similar, offering streamed access to over 800 PS4, PS3, PS2, and PS4 games. However, Ryan's answer suggests that there's something new in the works. Sony also offers PlayStation Plus, which opens up access to online multiplayer, free games every month, and exclusive discounts. PS5 owners get the PlayStation Plus collection, which includes 20 hit PS4 games to play. In order to compete, with Xbox Game Pass, Sony would need to combine PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus into one subscription and expand the incentives somehow. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. A lot of people are suggesting that we might see a situation where the games drop in their day and date, and I have to heartily disagree with that. I think you're not going to do that. And in fact, Jim Ryan has come out and said in the same interview that their big AAA games, their big AAA exclusives, require a big like blockbuster opening night, like the movies, and so they couldn't just do, okay, well, here's the next Uncharted, let's put it day and date into this service, and people laugh when you say it like that, right? Like, well, Microsoft does it. Here's the thing, Microsoft thinks they're playing this long game, this game that like they are playing or something, right? And so they think that since they're playing this game, that they're going to be able to recoup all this money and all this kind of stuff. I don't really think they see the big picture, which is, if you want to be considered the Netflix of gaming, you're going to also be needing the studios and stuff like that. And the content creation is so expensive, it's so extraordinarily expensive, that it really hurts from that standpoint of, they're going to bring some games in there and that kind of stuff. Should this be something that, Microsoft, or should this be something Sony explores further? I don't think so. Like, I think maybe if you wanted to put some of the smaller stuff, like, look, it looks like they're going to put, well, we know this for a fact, that they're going to put Destruction All-Stars in PlayStation Plus. Okay, that's a smart move. The Bug Snacks in PlayStation Plus, that's a smart move. Like Fall Guys, that was a smart move. I think that they're really doing smart moves, and realistically, what it comes down to is where you choose to play as a fan. Like, do you choose to play with PlayStation? Do you choose to play with Xbox? And that's the thought process that sort of leads you to where we're going to be going in the future with these things, right? So not only is that something that you have to look into, but if Sony does something to match Microsoft in that area, that's a really bad sign for Microsoft, because Microsoft, doesn't have the games that people want. Also, in terms of different features and stuff like that, in order for Sony to be able to go out there and doing things differently, there's a new PlayStation VR patent that suggests that haptic feedback and new sensors are coming as well. DualSense is apparently not going to be only for the PlayStation 5 accessory for players, but also haptic feedback. Sony Interactive Entertainment also appears to be equipping the new PlayStation VR 2 with its own haptic feedback sensors as well. According to a recently discovered patent, PSVR 2 will feature haptic feedback generators. While the filing refrains from mentioning where exactly haptic feedback sensors will be on both controllers and inside of the headset for players to physically experience in-game sensations, which that sounds pretty cool to me, such as firing weapons and walking on different terrains. The patent further suggests PSVR 2 to have pressure and comfort sensings that indicate whether a player has worn the headset correctly or not. The existing PSVR feature also features built-in sensors. The ones mentioned in the filing, though, appear to have improved on the basis of several other factors surrounding comfort. PSVR 2 remains in development. Sony has made that clear already, except for when the new virtual reality device will launch, probably in a couple years. I think they're going to wait for some of the pricing to go down and for some of that to actually come out, because they obviously did just launch a $500+ console, and I think that that's probably like the line of thought right now. If you look back at when they launched PSVR, the first one, I think pretty much right around the time of the PlayStation 4 Pro, which gives reason for that to exist in its entirety to begin with. So we'll have to see how that kind of works out. And again, I'm excited to see what they can do with virtual reality. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me personally, I enjoy it. I think that it's a fantastic thing to be able to play. Do I want it to completely overtake regular gaming? Of course not. I think that would be foolish. I love just regular gaming and stuff like that. I just feel like it's a fun way to kind of take a break from that and to have fun with that. So You know, at the end of the day, you know, play what you want to play on, and I think that that's what basically people are going to do anyway. But it is nice to see that Sony's out there making these strides to continually improve the platform and bring things to the platform that nobody else is doing, because it doesn't look like Microsoft is going to be interested in doing you know, any of this stuff anytime soon. So we'll have to see how it works out, but I would love your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. You can hit me up on Twitter at @_Crapgamer, Xbox Live, MOH Space Crapgamer, PSN just Crapgamer. As always, you know, I really do appreciate everybody stopping by and watching one of my videos. If you would love to take a minute to consider subscribing, I'd appreciate that. And, you know, if you just like to just leave a comment or whatever, I'd appreciate that as well. Hit the bell, that kind of good stuff. Take care of each other. Have a, you know, great holiday. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Game on, my friends. Game on. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.